This episode of Irritable Dad Syndrome contains adult themes and is intended for mature audiences only.
Y'all who are joining us are in for a treat.
Yep.
This is a 76 Chevette going off the Grand Canyon.
Nitro in the engine.
Guar playing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. Batteries not included. Please welcome your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome.
We are Cincinnati's comedy podcast.
Yes, we are.
If you're not laughing within the first minute,
You'll get your money back.
And yeah.
In spades. Yeah. Before we start, I need to address a problem that we've had with the podcast, and it's the higher ups.
It's a continuity issue.
It is a continuity issue. Okay, the person in charge of scheduling this podcast has royally screwed up our podcast. Okay, Teresa. Is the woman who schedules our podcast, and Mike was just waving at her. Hi, Teresa.
I'm waving her. Bye, Teresa.
Well, yeah. So
don't let the door hit you in the ass. Sorry.
She schedules when our podcasts hit the air. Okay,
we can't schedule.
I know
our
podcast. No, we're too busy doing other things.
We're making family entertainment.
So this is where there's been a lot of confusion. We had Dave Lay in the studio a couple weeks ago talking about cranberries in Rhode Island, and the interview with Dave was so great. He was here, and we did 2 episodes. Okay, those are supposed to go back to back. So the second episode starts with, "Hey, I'm Darin, and last week Dave was here and it's a great thing, and here's more with Dave." Okay, and then it starts. All right, so that's what that was supposed to happen. That didn't happen. Okay,
yeah.
And then do you remember a few weeks ago when one of the upper management people recommended that we
Yanker?
Yanker. We went to a marketing seminar, and this guy in a suit named Mitch Mitch was talking to us about how he keeps asking, why do you always
don't do the rate, don't.
He says, why do you advertise outside the podcast when you already have your audience? Advertise inside the podcast.
Yeah.
So we started promoting inside the podcast. So we did a next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome, okay? So we teased your story about you winning the video game that you played, grinding your camos. And
I won Warzone. I got
Warzone,
number 1.
Yeah. And so that thing said on the next episode of Irritable Dad Syndrome. Well, it didn't happen on the next episode of Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yes.
So everything's all to hell.
So
it's chaos. It's just all screwed up, and I personally am sorry, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, Teresa, Mitch. This was on me. I apologize that our episodes are all out of whack. So what you need to do, kids, download every episode we have at irritabledadsyndrome.com.
Well,
listen to episode 176, then listen to episode 178. It's funny when your friend falls down, and then listen to 177. Okay, bank bonk,
and we need your help.
Yes,
listeners,
we do. Oh God,
we don't know.
We need your help in the worst way.
There may be other continuity errors in our catalog.
Yeah.
So we need you to listen. Start with episode 1 and go all the way through.
Yeah.
And listen for and the first listener to report an actual verified continuity error with our podcast.
Yes.
You get the next episode for free.
For absolutely free.
100%.
Yeah. Thank you. We got an email from Stump Woodley requesting, here's some news. In Ohio, weed is legal in Ohio now.
That's right. Woohoo!
Yes, science.
What up, y'all?
Recreational marijuana, Cheech and Chong, Snoop Dogg, weed is legal in Ohio now. We got an email from Stump Woodley asking if Mike and I would do our next episode stoned. And I'm going to tell you no, because there ain't no way this show's going to get any stupider.
I don't know. Is it actually legal? Like now? Like
I don't know.
Is there a...
I don't know.
By
the time this episode airs, I think it will be, I don't think you can buy it at Walmart.
Where would they? in the Walmart.
You go to the weed shop.
Okay.
Willie's Weed Shop.
Willie's Weed Shop. You know what? We saw a lot
Ask
of
for it by name.
You know what? There's a lot of in Las Vegas.
Yeah, weed
shops.
Uh-huh.
It was all over the place.
Yeah. Well,
You
what
couldn't
happens
walk
in
2
Vegas
feet.
stays in Vegas.
You couldn't walk 2 feet without walking into a weed shop.
Yeah. I smelled
I'm
a lot
told.
of weed at the Offspring concert. They sure thought it was legal then.
Yeah.
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 So, but no, we're not going to do the show all doped up on weed. I so hate to break that news to you.
Let's not be too hasty.
Okay. I just think we're dumb enough as is.
That's true. That's true.
Here's like, dude, welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome.
I don't think we would be like that. I'm pretty sure that I would be the paranoid one.
You think
I would, and who can't control the loudness and tone of my voice. I would be that way. I would be suddenly screaming about somebody coming down the steps.
Stop looking at me. Why are you looking at me?
What are you looking at me?
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Are the cops here? And then you'd be like, Mike, it's legal.
It's
What's
legal.
legal? What do you got?
Yeah.
You know, it just wouldn't.
would-
I have a feeling you would punch me.
would-
It might be the first time we get physical.
I
I'm sorry,
will-
the second time. 'cause
I've
you
only
threw
assaulted you
yeah.
once. Well, and that was attempted assault. I threw a pin at you and missed because
It
of my
doesn't
lazy
have to
eye.
connect. You assaulted.
Yeah.
You just didn't. It wasn't assault and battery.
I-
If you'd hit me, it would have been assault and battery.
Is that? Wait, no, it's not.
Audience doesn't know.
No,
Assault.
okay, no.
If I
okay,
swing at you,
this raises a question. That's attempted assault. If you swing at me and miss, that's attempted
no,
assault.
attempted assault is if like Darin, I'm going to kick your ass, and I punch at this wall.
Mm-hmm.
I attempted to assault you, but I got nowhere near.
No, that's not.
That's not
That's
making
not.
sense.
No, it's not.
No. Attempted assault.
Okay.
Assault. Assault
Is when
is you're attacking
physically
someone
or verbally
physically attack someone. Battery is you connected with them.
right.
Assault and battery. That's why those usually go together, because most good, God-fearing Christian human beings
Dope smoking.
know damn well enough to actually connect with who they're assaulting.
Right.
However,
Yeah.
there are the uncoordinated few who will assault yet not batter.
Oh. Here's my thing.
Yes.
Aggravated assault. Not
Now
only did he
this-
assault me, but you've really aggravated me now.
And well, is
Damn
it
it.
because is it I aggravated you because I assaulted you, or is it because I'm pissed
Yeah.
and assaulted you? Because
Someone
often
is in a bad mood.
much like assault and battery go
Yeah.
together,
Mm-hmm.
aggravation and assault typically go together.
Yeah.
If you assault someone before you're aggravated,
Yeah.
I think that's considered a personality disorder.
It's assault and pepper.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
He's banned again. Okay, go ahead.
You're
Mike.
banned.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
that's unfortunate
Yep.
because tomorrow,
Yeah.
the Crowbar is closing.
Yes. The Crowbar, famous on this podcast.
Yes.
The Crowbar.
The Crowbar.
Closing. I don't know if do you remember we had a couple who drove all the way up here from
Yeah.
like I don't know, North Carolina or
Yeah.
something. And they got engaged
at the Crowbar.
at the Crowbar.
You know
Nobody
what I
was
say?
there.
You know what I say about the Crowbar?
What's that?
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. We've been trying to get them on our side,
Yeah.
in our corner.
And that's why they're
promoting
closing.
And we would promote them. We
Yep.
would bring visitors
Yep.
there
Yep.
and everything.
Yep.
And my phone didn't ring.
No.
My email didn't say, hey, you've got an email from Kroger.
Nope.
No one pinged me on the Facebook.
Nope.
No one ticked my talk.
No.
That's what she said.
And everybody looks like them. Now, there is another...
And the horse they rode in
There is
on.
another Crowbar just down the road.
It's closing
but
too.
That what?
They're all closing.
All
That's what I heard. All y'all Crowbars is closing. That's what I heard. And if I heard it, it's got to be true.
So we went corporate.
yeah,
We took down the whole batch of them.
whole thing.
All of them. Good.
Yeah.
Good. And we're talking.
I love that you hate them so much, and we're going there tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to go to them tomorrow. And we're talking about, I'm talking about now,
Yeah,
and Darin is pensive because he doesn't know what I'm about to say.
I don't know what pensive means.
I'm talking about, it's a condition.
Oh, okay.
Potentially live streaming at
Yeah.
least some of our visit to the
Yeah.
Crowbar. I
Yeah.
don't know how that goes legally. I would like to live stream ordering a beer.
What are they going to do? Fire us?
Well,
What are they going to
I
tell
have a
us?
thought.
It's in the Constitution, Mike.
besides the fact that they blew us off, the other reason I think they're going out of business
Yeah.
is when we did order a beer at the Crowbar,
Yeah.
I don't even think it would have mattered if we paid for it. It was like it was like $6, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here. And then the guy that looked like a cross between Pepe Le Pew and Popeye, who was sitting at the bar. Do you remember him?
I do.
He's like, I think you just reach up there and get one. Just walk around the store with it. And what we did, we walked around the store with our beer and we put them on cantaloupes.
Yeah, and we were looking at cereal boxes and Swiffers.
And we came back and Pissy McPissalot, the bartender, who didn't seem to care about it at all, wasn't there. And Pepe Le Popeye said, just grab yourself another beer. Like, go around, retch under the counter and get yourself a beer. What the kind of business model is that?
You can, he was saying you can get something out of the case.
Out of the case.
Yeah, and then just drink it there. But you can't.
You can't do that.
Retch.
In modern society, you can't do that.
No.
You can't just get something from the case.
Right.
I can't go tomorrow to the bank and get something from the case and leave. They will shoot me.
Just gonna grab a stack of.
I can't just
get a stack of 20s and some quarters.
I can't just walk into the McDonald's, lift the little thing, go back there, grab myself a quarter pound of cheese, and walk out going, Grimace will knock me the. And here's another thing, Quacker, you're going to get a bonus on this episode because Daddy's tired. Daddy's working on caffeine. Daddy don't care. By the way, any of you who are here for the first time,
oh my God, good luck.
We do get a bit rowdy. People enjoy that.
Yeah,
some people.
You want to talk about rowdy? Do you ever go to the Lakota West football games?
No.
Okay, so
we drop Andrew off because he camera.
Libby and we brought my mom. We went to a lot of the home games this year. So 2 games ago was the one where they won 69-0.
Hey, what happened?
Yeah.
Handily. That what you call a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
Ain't nobody above an ass whooping.
The one after that, they played Elder, and that score was much closer. They won 24-14. I think that's the score, 24-14. So here's the thing. We scored the first point, 3 points, scored a field goal, okay? We got toward the end zone. We couldn't get a touchdown. Went for the kick, got 3 points.
Okay.
Then they advanced ahead of us, and next thing you know, they're ahead 14-3, and it did not look good for us. But this is where everybody was getting rowdy. So when Lakota West scores if they get the ball into the end zone, Mike, that's called a touchdown.
Oh.
Okay? That's 6 points. If you kick and get the extra point, then it's 7 points. If you go for a 2-point conversion, that's 8 points. Okay?
Yeah.
So whenever Lakota West gets a touchdown, the place goes crazy. They flash the lights, red and white lights, and the band goes crazy and plays the fight song. Whoever was working the booth, when Elder scored a touchdown, they started flashing the lights, and you heard, "What the hell are you doing?" Then there's another guy, "Are you stupid?" And I was like, okay, there's kids, there's grandparents there.
Yeah.
And they did it twice.
Yeah.
Both times that Elder scored touchdowns, we flashed the lights for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was people were losing their
Get shot after you're doing that.
Something else. You would have been proud of me.
Okay.
Mom and I were walking into the game, and before we got there, we drove by the Wendy's and got some burgers. Okay. So we're almost done eating our food, and we're going to walk in. We always get there early to get good seats at the top and on the end of the row.
Yeah.
That's where we like
in case you need to pee.
I don't like sitting in the middle with a bunch of losers.
Hooligans.
Yeah, bunch of
Just
thugs.
call them for what they are. They're hooligans.
Slobs.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Heathens. We're walking in, and the lady at the gate tells me, she goes, "You can't bring in outside food." And I looked at her and I said, "It's just French fries." And Mike, I just looked at her and went, and I kept walking. And the look on her face was like, it's like, what do you say to that?
Yeah.
And then mom's like, "It's just French fries."
Yeah.
She was so proud of me. Mom's never been more proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
It's just
You're
French
right.
fries.
I am proud of you.
Yeah.
The whole you can't bring in outside food. The hell I can't.
Yeah. I'm paying $12 a ticket to get in here. I don't want a $4 hot dog.
Yeah.
I just want some French fries.
Yeah.
I am supporting the Lakota West.
Local
yes,
economy.
Exactly. I'm keeping that school afloat. You're welcome.
Well, you're keeping Wendy in her yacht.
Well,
that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it.
I was cussing the other morning.
Yeah.
2 instances happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
First one. I am
Instance number one.
instance number one. I am at a stoplight. And I need to turn to the left.
Okay.
The light turns green.
Okay.
There are cars in the oncoming line,
Right.
bumper to bumper to bumper. There's an accident way back there.
They have
bumper to bumper
yeah,
to bumper
yeah.
to bumper to bumper,
Yeah.
way up there.
Uh-huh.
And I get the from behind me.
Yeah.
Just this past week, I am getting ready. I am on the Reed Hartman Highway,
Yes. I know where
Okay.
I know it well.
and I'm turning onto 275.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're the same situation. There are cars stopped and or coming. And the dude, and I have someone in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Now, the law
Yeah.
dictates
Yeah.
that they need to go before me. If I try to go before them,
Yes.
I run the risk of causing a traffic accident.
Yes.
One, because A, they're not moving because it's unsafe for them to move because there's other cars there. And B, if they do see an opening and my fat ass is in front of them or to the side of them, they can hit me. So all logic, laws, and morals
Yeah, apply.
state
Yeah.
that I do not go.
Right.
However, Harold Hickam behind me laid on his horn. And I was so proud of myself because when the lady did it when I was trying to pull into the Kroger,
Yeah.
I was just too busy. Like the idiocy of the moment washed over me and I couldn't act.
Yeah.
But when Harold did it, I had enough time and wherewithal.
Yeah.
And only the people watching the video will get the joy of this. I did one of these
Yeah.
and looked up in the rearview mirror,
the
spread my
universal-
arms wide like
It's the
what?
universal.
What happened?
And stared him down
Yeah.
in my rearview mirror, and he was looking, and I saw him
Yeah.
look away, and I
Oh,
felt like
dude.
I won a battle.
Mike Odell won.
Yeah.
Harold Hickam, nothing.
It's like when the
Suck it, Harold Hickam.
It's like when the one stud lion is out there in the thing, and the other lions come up,
Yep, yep.
and he just stares them, and they just kind of like, okay, all right, I'm going to go over here.
if I may,
Yeah,
you asserted your dominance.
I asserted dominance.
You go over there,
in
and
that
that's when
moment.
you piss around his car.
I did feel like I won something.
Yeah. Well, I told you, and I mentioned it on this podcast. This was
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, but I was on my exit there
Yeah.
to, and
Yeah.
I on the Michael A. Fox
Your
Highway.
personal exit.
Yeah, it's a Michael A. Fox Highway, and then I take the exit that gets off to my neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's somebody just laying on the horn, and I'm looking like, who are they honking at? This dude's got both middle fingers up, looking right at me, and he's just like, you.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I did because he wasn't even behind me. He was like,
I think
he was
you
like
just
a car-
elicit that reaction.
I didn't. I wasn't. I don't know.
Were you?
I have no idea.
Maybe you looked like someone who had wronged him previously.
Maybe. It might have been my. I mean, my old car. I had a Pittsburgh Steeler bumper
Yeah.
sticker.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
You got the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No.
The bumper sticker.
Thing having
A bumper sticker.
writing upon the back of your car.
Yeah.
Warning: the following segment contains language that may sound inappropriate or offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
There was a lady in front of me
Yeah.
that had a personalized license plate that I saw today.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give the exact spelling. I'm just going to give phonetically what it said because I don't want to cause any trouble.
Right.
But it said 3D in me.
Oh.
Hello.
It said 3D in me.
Now, does that mean like 3D anime?
I don't know what that. I don't know if it was
or-
a 3D enemy, like an enemy of 3D,
3D enema.
3D and me, which I don't make any sense. Think makes any sense. And then another possibility. I'm,
I think I know
there's a
where
lot
you're
of
going.
dark corners of the internet.
Yes.
And some would say,
There's one.
not me, but some would say
Then
that
It's possible.
it's possible that this is a reference to that. So you know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't want to think poorly of this person. Here's what I'm saying. There's not too many ways to kind of translate what this is trying to say.
Right.
There should be someone that helps people when they're choosing their personalized license plate. Now, if you get a personalized license plate, you have to type in what you want.
Yep.
And then the government will come back and say, well, you can't have that because someone else has that.
Someone else has big O.
Someone else has big ho. There should be a person at the DMV that says, you don't want to put that on your license plate. You're going to attract unwanted attention. Because
I can't wait for Cameron and Jacob to listen to this and go, what's he talking about? Go to bed. Go to bed, guys. Miles, go to bed.
And here's the thing. When you have a personalized license plate, I have one.
I know,
for
you
the
do.
first time in my life.
Yeah.
I poo-pooed them for years, and then guess what? I have one.
You got one.
That's how you guys know I'm going to have something or do something. Listen to me bitch about it on this podcast,
And then you'll get one.
wait a year, and I'll do the thing that I was bitching about.
Yep.
I've done that all my life. But here's the thing. You need to be cognizant of the fact that not every time you're driving with this thing emblazoned on the back of your car is going to be a ride down the highway, or you're just pulling into the Piggly Wiggly to get some reefer. Sometimes
they don't sell that at Piggly Wiggly.
Not yet. Sometimes
Well, yeah.
you're going to be
It's on the same aisle with the butt wipes.
someday you're going to be in a funeral procession.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to be sad. And someone's going to look up, and their kid's going to be in the car and say,
What's 3D
Mommy,
and
what's
me,
3D
Mommy?
and me mean? Right?
It was 3 and then D.
I'm not going to give, I don't want to shame this person.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
was it
3D
and then just
N,
the N, not IN, but N.
right.
Okay.
But I mean,
Okay.
what do you,
I don't know, because when I first saw that on the rundown, I thought it might be 3D anime.
yeah.
Like animation. But
There was no A
There
in
would be
there.
then it needs an A.
And I will tell you,
Oh, it needs an A, all right.
Giggity, giggity, goo.
Hello.
we'd like to thank you for joining us at the Irritable.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh.
Look how God, Jesus, I'm blood ready.
So it's not just me. It's not just me. Don't put that on your car.
No.
What if you're dropping your kid off
Yeah.
at kindergarten?
Yeah.
And the other moms see 3D and me.
Uh-huh.
Just don't do that.
No.
Don't.
All the dads like,
Don't the dad.
I need to bring Billy to school more often.
At least 2 other dads. What? You can cut that out.
No. Oh my God.
Wow.
I can't believe you saw that.
I did. I did. I was going to take a picture, but I didn't want to be. I mean, I don't want to. I don't think I actually took a picture.
Uh-huh.
I will if I see that this. And it was a lady.
Okay.
I was check. You ever like if something happens, if somebody pisses you off on the highway or
Yeah.
does something stupid.
Yeah.
I, like most people, I will break my neck to get up there. I just want to see what they look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one, I was like, I have to see who this person is. I got to see who did this. I want to see if it's somebody who clearly knows what they did and is proud of it, or if it's somebody.
Hey, that's my kid's science teacher.
Yeah, or if it's somebody who you just didn't know what they were doing. Like if they got a thing that said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. Like if they like tic-tac-toe and XX. I don't know. I don't.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm a big fan of hugs
I'm
and kisses.
reaching. Yeah. Or butt stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they just. Oh. I think we got to do the 9 o'clock show more often.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Everything else
Here's
I
the
have,
thing.
everything else I have pales in comparison to that.
No, it's been a week. I ain't had. I literally saw this person today.
Hi, I'm Dave Lay, the announcer for Irritable Dad Syndrome, and I still can't find my keys. Christmas is coming up soon, and what better way to show someone how much you care than a gift from this podcast? Go to irritabledadsyndrome.com and click on Store. There you'll find a wide assortment of shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, and other cool stuff. What are you waiting for? Get that special person in your life a Whoppers all-beef hot dog beach blanket or venomous beaver t-shirt today at irritabledadsyndrome.com.
I'm a big fan of people who do impressions. I never knew Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi, the Karate Kid. Okay, he was Arnold on Happy Days. Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea that he could do an absolute dead-on impression of Redd Foxx. I'm like, what? And I was. It just came up out of nowhere on the TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh my God, he sounds exactly like him.
I explained to Red, chance to buy a house, escrow is going to close 4 days. I'm $3,500 short, and I'll work it off. I'll pay you back any way I can. So he said, $3,500. Ain't got no small change on me right now, but calls his secretary over with a thumb snap. He says, bring me my checkbook. So he's writing a check. Pat Morita, $3,500. And as he's writing, before he signs his name, he says, now look here. I don't want to hear about no papers, no payback, no interest, no IOU, no nothing. So you want to pay me back? I know you're going to make it one day, son. You do this for somebody. Never forgot it.
Yeah.
And not only does he sound exactly like Redd Foxx, but he didn't sound like, I mean, I thought he sounded like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
I thought that's how he talked.
That's not how he talked?
No.
Mercy is for the weak. We do not train to be merciful here. A man face you, he is enemy. Enemy deserve no mercy.
He had a different accent when he was on Happy Days.
You kissing my pinball machine?
No, I'm doing lip-ups.
Oh, I thought you were doing something weird.
But he's doing this impression of Redd Foxx, like, damn it, I told you not to do something like that, you know. And this sound is coming out of Mr. Miyagi. And it was just like, it made me sad because Pat Morita died almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And how am I just finding out now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea that he has this phobia about pregnant women. So he takes one look at my wife and he goes, damn, Morita, is she going to explode? Get her out of here.
So now I'm wondering who else does killer impressions that I didn't know about. It's like finding out Buddy Hackett did an impression of Orson Welles or something. It's like...
I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
You can't not talk about it.
No.
You can't. I mean, you got to talk about it.
Yeah.
What else? Are you going to talk to your boss about this? Like, hey, I saw this on the highway today. This is the forum.
Right.
This is the forum.
Yes, it is.
This
Yes.
is the 3D and Me podcast.
3.
3 of them.
Number 3.
3 of them. In this person.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, that's what it implies.
Uh-huh. What else could it mean?
Does it mean they're currently there? Is it a cry for help?
Get these damn
Nobody will
keys
listen.
out of me.
I guess I just have to tell the whole world until somebody helps me out here.
They've been lodged in there since 1993.
A triple.
This is the unintentional, most dirtiest episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a disclaimer going at the top of this one.
Part of my joy is the hope that one of these viewers, this is the first time they've ever seen our show. Oh, I heard Darin has a nice podcast. He says it's clean. They edit everything out with a nice little duck. It's so cute.
All these people who listened because Chris and Janine were on, and then they're listening. It's kind of like when Extreme came out with More Than Words, and everybody thought they were like the next Air Supply, and then they listened to it.
Porno graffiti.
Get the funk out.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
This isn't a nice podcast at all.
I know.
3 of them, Walter.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
3, oh, it's the magic number.
You know what? I'm one of 2 people in my neighborhood who doesn't edge his sidewalk. Everybody else, crisp, clean, beautiful, edged.
I've tried
edged
it.
Sidewalk.
I've done it before with those damn weed whackers. Remember we bought the weed whackers?
Yeah, you and I have matching blower whacker combo. Yeah,
and it took so much work.
Yeah,
and it sucked. It didn't look. And then one of our neighbors I saw was out there the other day, and they had like this thing with a rotating blade, like not a string, a blade.
Yeah.
And just went at it like the Terminator, like Skynet, just taking out. And
Skynet.
And I thought, well, I need to get one of those. It's like a few $100s. I don't care that much about edging.
Yeah.
It's winter now. It's almost winter. That's nature's edger.
It's going to be covered in snow.
Piss on it.
Yeah. No, my neighbor Gary loaned me his edger once, and it gets right up there next to the concrete, and sparks will fly off of it, and you get it nice and clean and everything. And he is meticulous out there. Just every blade of grass is 1.5 inches long, and
everybody's got their thing.
Yeah.
You caused a brief conversation because you posted that you raked your leaves.
Yeah.
And then I told Beth, I had not mowed the grass for a number of weeks.
Yeah.
There's always that point where it's like the last time you mow the grass before the season.
I wonder how many guys are standing on their back porch going, yeah, it's going to be my last mow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm just not going to mow again.
Right.
And then this past weekend, it became clear.
Freaking spring again.
It became clear that we needed to mow.
Yeah.
It needed to happen. And now there's a bunch of leaves over the place. And Beth said, well, why don't you rake the leaves before you mow? And I said, why don't you, hold on. I said, why don't I just mow the leaves?
Yeah.
It'll mulch them.
Yeah, you could.
People do that.
Yeah, there are people who do that.
I did that.
Okay.
And he would cause a pile in front of the mower, and then you just, and you make the mower go down. It's very satisfying.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it
and
is.
I just spread that. Now, it mulched them, and they became like a mist of leaves. That's probably why I'm coughing so much, is because I inhaled a bunch of leaves. But I'm pretty happy with what I did.
We had so many that I would have been out there all day. So I would have been all day mowing them. So instead, I stayed out there all day raking.
Yeah.
No, a few years ago, I bought the Leafinator 3000. You strap it over your shoulder. It's got the bag next to it.
Oh, yeah?
And it sucks them all up.
Oh, so you didn't rake those?
I did rake them.
Okay.
Well, me and the boys. And
you
Libby
raked them and then you leafinated them?
We raked them and then we leafinated them.
Why didn't you just leafinate them instead of raking
Because
them?
then it's like you could pick up one pile or you could spend 3 times going out and get them one at a time. Before we go, I wanted to mention, I was talking a lot about Rupert G and the Hello Deli.
Yeah.
Even though he's retired, he is keeping hello-deli.com, the website, open. So if you want to get a T-shirt or a coffee mug or a shot glass or something of the Hello Deli or something from the Late Show with David Letterman, you can do that. Yeah. So, and if you don't want to get merchandise from Hello Deli, you can go to irritabledadsyndrome.com and get Whompers All Beef Footlong hot dogs, mugs, and beach blankets and Irritable Dad Syndrome stuff at our website. Or you can go to both.
Is Whompers a real brand?
No. Okay. But you can still get a real mug from it.
It could be. Maybe if more people bought Whompers items, we need to get Whompers.
We need to get 3D and Me mugs.
That's coming up. That's coming up.
We're going to wrap this up. We want to thank you for listening and go to Patreon, send us money. And Hopefully this episode
Just follow
airs.
us at some point.
Yeah.
Share this stuff. Like whenever you see us post an episode, share it with your friends, share it with people, click share and send it somewhere.
Spread the
we
love.
get a lot of new listeners that way.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
That would really help us out. And as always, thank you for listening, and we hope to see you next time on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mike Odell, Darin Cox production.
We're stupid. We haven't even started.
It's pretty sexy.
We who fame in stole. 3, 2, 1.
And I can hear the mouth noise. I don't even have headphones on. Nah.
We are not doing the show stoned.
Ah?
Huh? What?
What?
Taste the soup. Ah.